Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to week 10 and day 2 of our practice, creating our world of true desires. Slowly, gradually, each week, we are learning more about ourselves. After knowing what our true desires are, this is the time to take that paintbrush and then start creating. It is as simple. We realized that everything in the nature, in the creation, is for our enjoyment. We just need to take it with lot of thanks, love, and forgiveness. And that is what becomes our creating formula, where each day we are, for this week, we are only going to accept ourselves as it is because God accepts us totally. So let us continue our journey, beautiful journey of knowing ourselves, living the beauty, and then creating the world of our own true desires, which is God's desires also. So to continue, I would like to invite Nehaji today to guide us through the session from here on. Welcome, Nehaji.
Thank you, Preeti ji, and Namaste, Masters. It's great to see everyone, although I don't really see everyone, but I definitely feel everyone here and would like to thank everyone to be committed to this time and to this course. It really motivates all of us. And like you all, we are also in our individual journeys. So all of your questions, your thoughts, your responses do make a difference. So I'm again very, very grateful to be here with all of you. And I especially thank again Preeti ji and Sailesh ji for initiating this wonderful journey. And of course, Babaji, all gratefulness, all love goes to him for bringing this course to us. So now we are in week 10 of creating the world of true desires. So Babaji has already introduced a very wonderful sentence at the start of week 1, in week 1 itself, where he says that we are more beautiful than we have ever imagined. And yet, for some reason which isn't important, certainly not worth exploring, you don't understand your divinity. So it was so true that we keep looking for things outside, looking to prove ourselves, but we never really understand what we are made of. So in that chapter itself, it is said that it says that I was not once made in the image of God, and now it's something else. It says in present tense that I am made in the image of God. It is present. It is the creation is already done. So that's the divine truth. We are already made in those qualities. Only thing is the realization of those qualities. It further says in that chapter, I'm just going back to connect both the chapters. Like it says, we lost the meaning of being made in the image of God because we used a very small part of us. That was a very, very limited belief system, which is connected with body and mind. But beyond what we think we are is our true self, alive, vibrating, source of happiness and joy. So now that is the self that we need to accept, which is already there. So through this chapter, we are centering more and more into that self. We are recognizing that self, which is already divine, which is already vibrating with those qualities. That is the self we have to accept, because it is very hard when we say things like I'm made in the image of God, or I am God, or I am made with divine quality. It's very hard sometimes to see ourselves in that perspective. So now we are accepting that part of us, that divinity first, that is my true nature, and I accept that. And anything which is not aligning with that, we are not with that energy anymore, because we are returning to our true self. So now the acceptance that we are completely made in the image of God. This is very hard to do. But we have now learned that nothing can change that. Everything changeable is part of the lower self. The body changes, the personality changes, our roles change, our feelings change. But that one thing, the unchanging, the observer of your body, mind, of your entire existence is not changing, the higher self. And it has a desire. We also learned that it wants to unite with us. So equally, we also, you want to unite with that self. So now, since we are made in the image of God, we have the ability to shape our own experiences and world through our thoughts, both conscious and subconscious. And we are very well aware because now we know that our thoughts create the world we live in. So we have been creators since the time we have arrived. We have been creating any kind of world. So the creation has already begun. We have been creating so far. And now we have to step up our game. And now we are turning into conscious creators so that we know what do we exactly want in life. And we pursue our true goals, our true path, true desires. So now we are in that second step, that we always wanted love and happiness and abundance of things. But somehow in life, it didn't pan out the way we planned because somewhere maybe our conscious thoughts were not strong enough. And that's why our deeper layers never really heard those thoughts. We never really believed in what we actually thought. So through this chapter, we are learning to make it loud and clear what we desire. And the highest desire that we could have is of self-acceptance. So we will be correcting those limiting thoughts that hinders our self-acceptance. So through this chapter, we are only and only claiming for self-acceptance. So going forward, we know that we have always been a creator. So there is nothing new to learn, except that now we have been given a plan, a framework in this chapter to structure and deal with the thoughts. So that, and also to make a sense of all the practices that we have done till now, it all comes beautifully together in this chapter. So we have understood the base, everything, like whatever we used to say as affirmations, whether it was of forgiveness or gratitude. Now we know the core, the crux of those things. Why did we use that? So that kind of, now we are ready to now take this a little further, a step up, because now we were understanding how all these words make a difference in feeling things, in believing things. And now we are ready to use those tools. We are going to design the life we want to live. And that is the experience that God has planned for us. So we have to live that life. Now, we have been given here 7-part sentence, which has been already very well explained by Shaileshji yesterday, but I'll just add my 2 cents here. So, and we have been given several examples of how to use this 7-part sentence for specific desires in the appendix section of the book. However, in this chapter, we are focusing on self-acceptance. The other specific desires we will be covering in other chapters, so we don't have to focus on them. So now it says that every word in this 7-part sentence is important because it gives a foolproof vehicle. It says, God and I claim and accept thoughts with forgiveness and thanks. Amen. So it is very important that every word is like a color in the rainbow. If it is one is missing, then we are missing we are having a very big gap in the formula. So now the first one is being God. I think you must have read the chapter also, and you have understood that thinking and feeling about the God qualities is the most important thing, because that's how we elevate our vibration. That's how we elevate our feeling. If we are peaceful, if we feel peaceful, if we feel abundant, if we feel love, then only when we can create anything. So whatever qualities that come to your mind, you can use those qualities. And also the qualities written here, so far we have been doing that. You can use those qualities also to feel and uh, feel any particular word. So there's nothing to memorize or anything. Whatever comes easy to you, natural to you, God is kind, joyful, God is nurturing, any kind, anything that comes to you, resonates with you, you can use that. You don't have to memorize the whole thing. So whatever concept of God you have in mind and whatever qualities that bring, focus on those things. Then we feel, then the second part is I. So where we feel that we also have the same qualities because we are made in the image of God. So we have to keep repeating until we feel one with that quality. And we have to really feel unified with that quality. That's why we have already been practicing, and we are unified. We feel connected. So that step is already going, but that state I'm referring to, that we need to be really feeling it, that I am one with God. So I am love, I am happiness. So remember that the feeling plays a very key role here. So first is the thought. We create the thought about God and feeling that quality. So we are creating that also, we are creating. So when we feel, we are putting energy to that thought to become active. So the third part is claim and accept. So we have our desires in place. We also went through some desires in the last chapter. But in this chapter, we are kind of clearing the blocks which come between our claim of self-acceptance. So there might be certain things we have already discussed in that chapter as well, that if we have any desire and if we have some doubts in our subconscious or conscious mind, that thought will not manifest. So this, we will also be doing some specific desires later on. So we will work on those things. In this chapter, we just have to, whenever we are creating the formula, we have to say, I claim my self-acceptance and I accept my self-acceptance. So that way we are reaffirming our conscious and subconscious mind that I'm claiming for my true self, I accept my divine self. So you kind of giving and receiving both in this sentence, that you claim it also and you accept it also, you believe it also. And making it clear in all the levels that you are already your true self. You are that image in which God has made you. So that's the third part. Then the thoughts with. Since we are dealing in this chapter with self-acceptance part, we are dealing with only those thoughts that keep us away from self-acceptance. So in this part, we need some communication with our higher self. Like if I have any thought which prevents me from accepting my external, my outer look, I write them down. Or if I have any thought which comes in between me to accept my abundance, like, any thought like money should not be spent, it should be saved. That's how we have been trained, right? So those kind of thoughts, any thoughts that come between me and my all-knowing intelligence. Like yesterday, I met a friend and I was telling her to, explore some options. And she said, I'm too old to learn anything new. So those kind of thoughts that is coming in between accepting my true self, we need to look for those thoughts. We need to ask for those thoughts. So all these thoughts where we have questioned ourselves, we have doubted ourselves, all those thoughts will come in this list. So things like these, we write them and next to them, we write the thought which we write the thought and replace that thought with the correct thought, the thought which we want to feel. So we have to write it in present tense. Like there is an example here, very clear example that if I think I'm frail and ugly, I write I'm perfect and beautiful. So that kind of thought. So this I found very beautiful example, as in the whole process I found very beautiful, because thoughts are just energy. So we are just taking the energy and we are transmuting it. We are not repressing it. We are not ignoring that thought which is there, but we are changing it. So because if we don't change, if we suppress those thoughts, then we will invite the same kind of experiences which we already have. We cannot grow. So this is the very, very important, most important part of this chapter. And also everything is important, I would say, but this thought part is the communication part. So as long as we are very well connected with our higher self, we will get these thoughts. Now the fifth part is forgiveness. And so again, a very crucial thing to place yourself in forgiveness. It says, place yourself in state of total forgiveness, because maybe we have our own opinions, we have formed our own beliefs about our parents or the people around us, that due to so and so I developed this belief system, due to so and so I developed this feeling, or due to peer pressure I got involved in this thing. But now we have already learned, we have done this forgiveness practice also pretty long, that there is nobody to blame, because I was the one thinking and creating the world. I just invited those people. So being in that state of forgiveness, you hold no grudge on others, because they were creating the world of their thoughts and you were also creating the world of your thoughts. So they had the free will to create. We also had the free will to create, but we were not aware of what we are creating. So as a creator, we don't have to feel guilty of what we have created. So just leave it at that. Be in the state of forgiveness now as a conscious creator. And we have to remember that now we are transmuting all those energies which held us back. And of course, the gratitude is there, that we thank, that we show ourselves, that we have recognized our divine truth, we believe in our divine truth, and we are in the state of self-acceptance. We are no more in fear and lack. We recognize that nothing can take our abundance, our free nature, so from us. So that's a affirmation, and we are grateful for that thing. And then we again use Amen to further put our faith into what we are creating. So we are letting go of our claim and we are releasing that claim from all these thoughts. So it says, there's an interesting line over here, that know that once you have claimed something and released all conflicting thoughts, you already have what you have claimed. So it is happening very much at the time when we are releasing the thoughts. We are actually inviting all that abundance, all those divine qualities right at that time. So it's not happening somewhere in future. If we believe in it and we create a claim for self-acceptance and release those thoughts, we are actually getting aligned right then and there with our divine qualities. So there is this aspect of surrender also here that we learn, that we are ready to now allow things to happen in the flow that they are supposed to go in. We are not working against it, we are working together with it. So we have full, complete acceptance of God qualities, and we have full faith that it is going to work out in my best interest in any which way. So this is how we release this claim to God and to the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. That is the nature of natural law. Amen. So every word, everything is a practice in itself. So I hope we don't miss out on the practice. So this week, just to get more comfortable with the entire 7-part sentence, we only use self-acceptance whenever we are claiming. Once we are more comfortable with the whole entire thing, we can use it for specific desires later on. So this needs to become our second nature, like it says in the book. So definitely incorporate this as much as you can, twice in a day, thrice in a day. You are comfortable, and it will give you a lot of thoughts also. So that's how we go about in this chapter. So that is the end of summary from my end. If there is anything, I have tried to cover everything, but if there's anything anybody wants to add, please go ahead and do so.
All good. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivaji.
The entire thing, this particular chapter is going to take a little more time for everyone to digest, because we have our preconceived notions about things, right? So, and this is a totally new thing we are attempting. Although we are familiar with components, but now we are putting them together. And now, by putting them together, we are also um, aiming at doing something, aiming at achieving some results. So, from that point of view, it's very important that we pay more attention, be slightly slow, don't rush through things, be slow and digest. Okay, be open that yes, I can do it. It is possible because I have been doing it all along, but unknowingly. Now I am going to do it deliberately. Right? That's the difference I'm going to make. I have been manifesting everything. The way my life is my manifestation. But now I will deliberately do it. Now intentionally do it. That's the difference we are going to make, right? So through this, and this is the shortcut to it, shortcut to doing it, where pay more attention to each of those 7 components from the importance, significance point of view. Why is that component part of this formula? With that thought, look at each one of them, spend some time with it, and then that's how you will develop your uh, um, comprehensive knowledge on manifestation. And you will also understand why did law of attraction not work so far so very well with many people, or rather most people could not manifest using the law of attraction, right? Everybody has heard about it, everybody wanted to jump into it, but very little came out of it. You will understand that once you go through this 7 step, understand the 7 components of this. It is that beautiful. Like this whole thing has got the magic of life in it. Right? So thank you.
And it is easily said, right? Once you clear all your uh, rejecting thoughts about yourself, so that itself takes time,
Yeah.
I think it's good that we discuss about self-acceptance after our meditation, and then we will have a better understanding where all we are stuck. Because yesterday we were talking about perfect health, and we are talking about self-acceptance, how we look, how we talk, how we feel when we express ourselves in front of a people who is very successful, in front of a people who is not so successful. It's okay, how I express myself, and then but what we feel afterwards. So these are the things here. And then in the coming chapters we have dedicated chapter where we are claiming our own all-knowing intelligence, our perfect health. So it's going to take one whole week of practice, because it has sub layers, how we understand things. And here the self, who am I in day-to-day life? Am I living as an image of God? Am I living fearlessly? Am I living expressing who am I? Or I feel less. So all those things we will deal. We'll understand what it brings when we say self-acceptance, what all things comes up. So already I think I prompted a few in yesterday's meditation. If you want to also go through those prompts, what it brings to you, And today, when Nehaji will be guiding, there might be something else coming up. And when you sit by yourself, you might get something else from your life, the walk of life. It will bring those moments, where you felt, okay, I felt shrinked. I was not happy and expressing. So those moments, see what happened in that moment. As beautifully said, that people around us reminded, somebody said short, somebody said dark, somebody said fatty or not, whatnot, but we kept that word also, and we kept the grudge also. And that person went around saying, it's something that you are keeping, you are agreeing to it, that's why you are keeping it. So we have to open our heart to just be in the state of flow. And we are continuously practicing that, and we will be continuously practicing to open our heart with every week practice. So Nehaji, very beautifully you have put everything together, and it's always so wonderful to revise these 7 little words, and knowing, understanding the power. The word Amen itself, it's such a big thing. It cannot be described in just like 1 line or 2 minutes. It is a whole big concept. We are obeying the law of nature by, even if we are becoming, we are saying that we are God, we can create anything. But in that state of mind also, I obey the law of nature. I respect it. Right? So beautiful it is.
Very true. Thank you for very beautiful reminders again. So with that intention now, masters, let's get ready for practice and get ready to learn more about ourselves with full excitement. There is no pressure to be here, or we have to do this. No, nothing like that. It's for our own self. It's for knowing ourselves. Who could be the more interesting person in the world? You are yourself the most interesting person. So you are meeting that person. So let's go with that excitement into the practice. So get ready. You can dim lights, drink water, and get into a very, very comfortable posture. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Let's be present with ourselves first. With our breath, feeling our breath everywhere in our body. Deep, long breaths. Inhale, exhale. Relax. We are ready to create the world of true desires. This itself will excite us, make us joyful. Let's go again with an intention to be more loving towards ourselves. We are embracing ourselves. We are embracing all the God qualities within us. The love, the happiness, the joy. Everything already belongs to us. If we just imagine God, He would be smiling at us. That how we don't believe in these qualities and work against our true nature. Trying to control things, trying to fix things, trying to please everyone around us. Trying to be something or someone. To please someone. To get approval. We always pray to God also like that. Always trying to please, always trying to get His approval. All that we need to connect with our divine source is just love. That is the language that God understands. He accepts us. Because He can see the divine nature in us. From His eyes, we are perfect. We are the most beautiful, most happy, abundant, joyful beings. He has made us in His image and wants us to view ourselves in the same light, in the same image. All this while, we had some other glasses This is the time to take off that weight of those glasses, those perceptions, those beliefs, those roles, the masks we wear. Hour by hour, we are someone else but ourselves. So let's center ourselves with our breath again. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply with awareness on your heart now. Relaxing, releasing, letting go of all the worries and concerns of the day. All that you need is already present with you now. Feel the presence of all the qualities, the love, the pulsation, how your body feels, how your mind feels. So calm, so relaxed, so easy, effortless. All this is your heritage. Nobody can take this away from you. Feel this love radiating all around you. Any thoughts that we carry, unknowingly, let's clear them off our aura. By repeating these words, I send love and light to all uninvited influences that have come into my aura. You are all whole and healed, healthy as ever. Each of you was created as love and light, and you are still love and light. Each of you feel no pain now. You are not afraid. Each of you has a perfect place to go. And I ask my higher self Use the name to take you there now. Each of you go peacefully. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Let's seek the connection. Let's feel the connection from our higher self. Ask for a signal. My dearest higher self, can put the name. Please give me your signal now. Feel your unified state. We are ready to receive message from our higher self. Today we are creating a formula for self-acceptance. Repeat this as I say. God and I claim and accept thoughts of self-acceptance with forgiveness and thanks. Amen. Feel each word, the power of each word. You are ready to connect with all these words. One by one, we will feel each of them. Let us feel God, what it means to me, how it makes me feel. God is love. God is light. God is truth. God is happiness. Joy and compassion. Feel all the words. God is omnipresent. God is perfection. God is omniscient intelligence, all pervading. God is non-judgmental. God is abundance. Abundance of everything which has ever existed. This is what God is to me. Let me feel what I am to God. Like a creator cannot be separate from his creation. I cannot be separate from God. He has made me in his image. I am made of the same qualities God has. I am one with God. So I am love. I am light. I am truth. I am happiness, joy, and compassion. I am also omnipresent. I am that omniscient intelligence. I am perfection, peace, and gentleness. I am infinite energy, prosperity. I am non-judgmental. This is how God views us. So powerful. And I claim my self-acceptance. I accept my self-acceptance. So, my dearest higher self, use the name. Please now tell me the thoughts that hinder my self-acceptance. Today, my desire is also purified. I just claim for my self-acceptance. I take off that burden to please anyone, to hide behind any mask. I ask my higher self to give me the thoughts that hinder my self-acceptance. What thoughts create separation between me and my higher self? Check for any fears, any doubts, any thoughts of lack that come in between. You and yourself, the true self. Could be any situation where you felt less, or anything during the day that made you feel not in tune with your true nature. Make sure you write those thoughts down. One by one. So many times we have looked in the mirror and wished we could change something about ourselves. Our eyes, nose, lips, hands, whole body, our voice. May seem very small, that you think it doesn't matter, but it matters. It matters when you are going to create the world you desire. So write it down. So many times while playing different roles and responsibilities, we feel we are not good enough. We judge ourselves as a mother, as a father. We doubt ourselves. We might get those thoughts as well. We're trying to prove very hard in relationships. In turn, we control those relationships. Because there is deep fear that something may go wrong. Release those thoughts and release those fears today. Be true with yourself. So many times We see people posting their perfect vacation pictures, perfect body pictures, perfect house, perfect family. Get carried away by those things. We forget our God qualities, the abundance that we have. We desire for approval, never acceptance. Ask your higher self for the times where you wished you were someone else. See what comes up. Write it down. Due to some past experiences, we may have felt unloved, unwanted. Or as a child, we may have got bullied. Because we did not agree to the norms. Comparisons where we felt less of ourselves. Let it all come up. So many times we give up our goals to please people. Bring in all those situations where you couldn't raise your voice. We all face these things in different ways. But this is the time to find them, look at them in a loving way, and tell them lovingly that we don't need them anymore. The job is done. And now it's just looking for a direction. So we fine tune this thought with the thought of God. Replace them one by one with thoughts that align with God's quality, the experiences that God wants us to have. So say, I heal and release the thought about whatever thought you want to release. You can bring that in. And replace with the correct thought. If it's about your appearance, say, I am perfect and beautiful. Write it next to it. I heal and release all my thoughts, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, that interfere with this claim of self-acceptance. My thoughts are now one with the same as, in tune with God's thought. And as you release, heal these thoughts, be in a state of total forgiveness. We know now that grudges are just illusions. all these beliefs, the conditioning that we got from our social system, our loved ones, were my creations because I did not know my power. I did not know my abundance. Neither did they. There's nothing to blame. My heart is in the state of giving love. I'm giving love to all of them for doing their part well. I only and only give love to them. With this, I thank God for my self-acceptance. I leave this claim to God and the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. That is the nature of natural law. Amen. I let go of this claim in faith. Amen. Big, big, big yes to accepting who I am. I believe in the natural law. What is for me will come at the right time. Like a seed waits for its bloom, how moon waits for the sun to pass, how waves wait for the tide to come. No rush, no control. I release the control. I'm one with the nature and natural laws. I believe in a friendly universe that is supporting me at every turn. There's no war. There's only love. That is what God has planned for us. Once again, God and I claim my self-acceptance and accept my self-acceptance with the thoughts of self-acceptance, with forgiveness and gratitude. Amen. So be it. Let's slowly now wrap up our practice. Feeling one with God, feeling all these qualities, accepting ourselves, loving ourselves a little more each day, getting close to God a little more each day. Let's come out in love to spread love to all. And slowly feel your body, wiggle your toes, fingers, unclasp your hands, putting your palms gently on your eyes and slowly opening your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let's come back with the same energy that we went in. And say thanks to Babaji for this wonderful experience. Be in gratitude for whatever we have received today. All the love, all the wisdom, from the food on the table to everything we have done today. Let's slowly come out. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with me. This blissful, amazing journey. Thank you so much. Please take your time to come out.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you so much. Let's hear the masters who would like to share their thought, their experience, questions.
Gentle guidance.
Yes, Geeta ji, unmute कीजिए. Yeah.
जी आत्मवंदन सभी को. सॉरी थोड़ा आज ज्यादा रिलीज हुआ है तो फॉरगिवनेस वाला जो चैप्टर था उसमें मेरे को कुछ नहीं आया था कि मेरे को किसी को फॉरगिव करना है यार, लेकिन ये वाले चैप्टर में आई एम रियली ओवरवेल्म्ड. और आज आज मेरे को क्या आया कि when my daughter was young, like she was toddler, and my son and daughter both have like 2.5 year difference. When my son was born, he was having eczema problems, so a lot of attention was needed for his care. I was struggling with my own issue, like to prove myself to get the job, and I was like doing so many courses, trying H1B visas from different places, and all that struggle I was doing for myself, doing different trainings and everything. So during that time, like I felt my daughter was elder, but she was a naughty toddler, as toddlers are. So, oh my God, I was so mean at her. Like, I was very mean, very rude. I used to spank her because whole day I alone was struggling with those little kids, on top of that my own things. And then, like in the teenage, during COVID, my daughter developed some mental health issues as well. So, like that guilt, like it is because of me, because I made her childhood like that. And like all those things were coming today. Yeah, I think that from high level, it was not there. In forgiveness session also, it did not come. But it is coming now. So, yeah.
But now, when you look at it, you know that you did not do anything wrong. You
Yeah,
just acted to the best of your abilities in that situation, right?
yeah, but Shailesh, like, as I shared in Hindi group about, like, I got experiences, whatever, in my childhood. So,
Yes.
like, for my dad or anyone, anything in my childhood, I don't have grudges. In fact, I love him so much. I know he was doing it for best intention, for our sake only, for his kids' sake. He had his unmet desires or unmet things which he
Yes.
wanted to fulfill through his kids, right? So for
Yes.
my dad, nothing bad feeling, nothing that was coming. But for myself now, bad feelings are coming.
Correct.
And
So,
I'm blaming everything for her health, for everything on me. Like it is all because of me.
but this is what we are learning in this course, that I am really not responsible for anything happening in the nature, right? We are really not responsible. That's what Babaji is teaching us. That's why we are now learning something beyond the normal understanding of things, right? We have learned, the experiences that we have had are coming from our being part of duality. But now we are learning to go beyond duality, right?
Yeah.
In this entire universe, or when we come into a human form, we come here to experience duality, and we create good and bad, right? And we feel bad about the bad and good about the good. Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
But where we came from, there is nothing like that. There is nothing of that nature, right? So as we are now looking at it from a higher perspective, that yes, this is this the whole thing, and out of that, this part is good, this part is not good, right? And then we see it from that perspective. Now what you are doing is you are taking ownership of all of that, which you should not. You are
Mm.
not even, you are not owner of anything in this planet or in this life. We don't own anything, including the acts, actions, and the consequences. We don't own anything. We are simply doing the best in whichever form we are, to the best of our knowledge and abilities. That's what each one of us is doing. And in the process, we are learning and developing our knowledge and abilities. That's from experience, right? So whatever you knew at that time, now having known all this, when you look back, you now will be able to feel love for yourself. Wow, in that state of limited understanding, limited knowledge, limited abilities, I was able to do this much at least. Look at it like that, right? Don't hold yourself responsible for how someone else felt, because that is beyond your control. And your child is someone else. Remember that.
Yeah.
We call it your child, but it's not yours. That's a separate, full-fledged entity. So, like you, from your experience with your father, you know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That
now
is easily able.
extend that to yourself now.
Mm.
Now you replace the father and the child replaces you. And now that same thing will happen. And this is not just your story. It is the story of every child. I have gone through that, and pretty much everyone should be able to relate to it, that they have gone through it, right?
Yeah.
Also as a child with our limited knowledge, limited experience, we take things for uh, too big to be true. So, say for example, I will quote from my childhood. As a child, I felt that my parents don't love me, right? And that came out of, must be one or two incidents somewhere, right? I don't even remember that, but I developed this feeling in my mind from whatever incident that was. And to me, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
In that, as a child, it was the big thing, biggest thing for me. And that became a permanent feeling. Despite whatever my parents did for me, I could not get rid of that feeling as a child. And that was carried through till I was 60 years old. That's
Mm.
when I suddenly realized, what the hell am I doing? You understand? So,
Yeah.
as a child, you know only little, so you
Yeah.
develop those beliefs in you and then carry the beliefs through. Why? Now remember, developing that belief is part of your plan.
Mm.
That's what the God has decided for you, so that God can experience that thing through you. So you go through that experience, carry that belief, and go through the experience. And at some point in time, when that experience is over, you wake up. And then you say, oh my God, what have I been doing? Right? You wake up and then release such of those things. So the same thing happens for everything that we go through. So I'm glad that you are now able to see it.
Yeah.
By yourself, you are able to see it. Nobody has to tell you. You are able to see it. Now you are able to feel it, bring it out, and now is the time to let go. Just let it go. Fine, I did my best and I am good.
And Shailesh, while I on forgiveness, I did not get anything of it. I am now surprised. Like we gave 2 weeks, and I was always telling although like I was mad at people, but I did not had any grudge or anything. Um, but I did not get these things at all during
The reason, the reason that from again from my personal understanding, I'm telling you, reason is that we have learned to be formal with ourselves also. We have
Mm,
learned to be formal with others, and being formal, remember, is putting on a mask. So we have put on our masks with others, and so do we do to ourselves unknowingly. So I feel, well, I have not done anything wrong, I'm good. Everything is good. Everything is good. We just keep on pushing it under the carpet. But there will
yeah,
be a time when you continue to practice, it may take longer for you to unravel things. Things will open up. It will be slightly longer because it's too deep, but it
yeah,
will eventually come out. So it doesn't have to happen right away. But your awareness is now open. Your
yeah.
awareness,
Like
it is
like
able to
even
find it.
yeah, even during the daytime also, like which things we I never used to take seriously or just to keep going with the flow. Now those things also hitting hard on me all the time. That look into it, look into it. You have this. Why you are doing this? Like these things are happening so much, and sometimes it's so overwhelming. I used to think that I am very brave, I am very courageous, and with the dangerous roller coasters and everything, I would never be afraid like other smarter people, which I used to think like they more smart than me, they were afraid of roller coasters and everything, and everyone was like, Geeta, you are awesome, you are. And I never felt I'm dealing with so many fears, and I have that thing. I always said I don't fear of death at all. I'm so brave, but it's very surprising to me that I'm a scaredy cat. Like
It is.
not
It is.
judging myself, but I have fears. Lot of fears are
All
there.
of us, yes, correct. So we usually what happens is we suppress the fears to look good in the society, and then we forget about those and they remain suppressed. Now you have done the started the process of healing yourself. So all of this will come out. Just let it go. See it and let it go. See it and let it go. And you will enjoy this journey of unraveling. Remember, awakening is not easy.
I'm
It
feeling
is
it now.
it is blissful, but
Yeah,
not easy. It is a tough experience, tough challenge, I would say. Why? It is something like, you have 401k, right? In
yeah,
US,
yeah.
we retirement things, right? So what you do, you put some money in a government controlled account,
Mhm.
saving, right? And whenever you withdraw from there, you pay tax there. You don't pay tax now.
Yeah, yeah.
You defer the tax.
Hmm.
This is what we have been doing. We are deferring the difficult experience. But
Yeah.
now we have to pay the tax, even though the rate of taxation may be low. But awakening is a difficult process from that point of view. We have avoided certain things for the longest time. Now we will face it, because now we know we will face it and let go.
And
Just
one
pay the tax. That's it.
and one more thing I find, like I don't know, it's normal, but like I'm scared of getting hurt. Like
Mhm.
that is so normal thing. Like because hurt is not a good feeling. Of course, everyone will get, but I don't know why it again and again coming to me that I'm scared even asking questions also. Like if I will not mad someone, like if I ask some question, I will not disturb. Even Shailesh, for you I ask some question in the group, it's fine, but if I personally ask, I have to like develop lot of courage. After 2 3 days I will ask you that one thing will come. what if we get angry? What if I will get hurt then, and then I should not ask. And another like another say in same context, I other feeling is like, oh, like he has his own life, he has his own commitments. Why I'm disturbing him for my personal questions or my personal things? And although like for my son, like sometimes when he miss assignments or something, and I am the only one who suggests, at least ask your teacher to give you some time. What worse will happen? She will just not allow you, only that will happen. But at least if she allow you, you will get more marks. So why are you scared of asking him? But I am finding that I have also that hurt inside me, although I'm telling you.
Yes.
This is what I've been experiencing so many times. I tell people and then I remember that it's the reminder for me.
Ah, yes.
And whatever you have said so far, you are so sensitive, but you know that you are sensitive and you have covered yourself with your, those hard shell, protecting yourself. But that when you're looking back at all your experiences, it's the point to reaffirm that, oh my God, I'm always taken care. So beautiful how hard it was, and somebody was taking care of me. And you shared, like, when I was going through my experience through my father, I never had grudge for him. So why do you think your daughter would have, right? Because we always keep those people who connect that thread where we could, seek our own self.
Mm,
So having those tough experiences, otherwise, how would I see what's missing in my life and where it takes for any failure, for anything, any darkest experience? It only connects us to ourselves, and which we have been running away. It's difficult to see ourselves. And the first line I wrote today before, like, she meditation, this Neha started, and I wrote one line, that we are all equally made in the image of God and equally have been ignorant before recognizing our true self. So that's where the conversation today started, that we have all gone through such and such experiences with different tags, under different labels, through different persons. But what we have been going through is the same experience.
Yeah,
yes.
really, like I now like started feeling with this chapter itself. I started feeling that mm, I'm
You
making a lot of
forgive
progress.
yourself in one of your last sharing when I called you Sherawali. That
Yeah,
day you opened
yeah.
your channel.
And I am continuously after that, like I'm continuously revealing something about myself, about my fears, about whatever it is. Like,
And now enjoy that. Now start writing, because now you will get a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
And then, yeah,
yesterday I got I I already started implement, as I realized, like in my office environment, I started implementing, like whenever some issue would come, I would push others also and myself. So I was holding myself back, that no, it's okay, everything will be fine. You don't need to be perfect. You stay calm, you chill pill. Like yesterday, that already started happening in my office, and I started implementing that. I'm now remembering that it's in my head now.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, already started feeling the difference now, directly coming from inside, not just I'm trying from outside.
you wrote in the chat, right? That now you are enjoying every part of the revelation. So
Yeah,
that's what I've been telling since the beginning. When you're saying, I'm seeing my thought and I don't see anything because the
yeah.
heart is sitting there. So
Right.
So
I know if I open my mouth, I will be, laid over with lot of lectures.
Mm.
yeah.
But now I will suggest that, like Preeti was saying just now, whenever such revelations are coming, please make a note of it.
I am doing that. I
Yes. You know
started.
what that does it? Writing it down, it basically dumps from your head and it is released.
Mm,
When you write down, you have psychologically you feel assured that I am not going to lose this anymore, so I don't need to retain it because I have written it down, right? So writing down has an unconscious psychological impact. So making
Okay.
a note releases it from the head. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
just
I will do.
keep
Yeah.
writing that. Writing is very important from that point of view. That's why
Okay.
people always say journaling at night. You know, the purpose of journaling at night is to release everything from the head. Whatever you gather during the day, you can release it from the head. You can basically brain dumps it.
And
Yeah.
also, the kind of thought we carry in the morning, and by the evening, what shifts, and we get a lot of thoughts. Yesterday, I felt in the evening, all of a sudden, I started having a lot of thoughts. I didn't know what to do because even I was not able to center at that time. Then I started writing, and
Mhm.
then I saw, wow, they were beautiful lines, but they were wanting to uh, grab my attention. And then once I wrote, I felt so much calm, so much. Again, I was easily able to go within and center. It was just a release, you know. And it's a slow process, and you all keep going through it. Like you said, it started today, but it might keep going on. You know, the more you open, then you enjoy, then you relax, then you think, okay, everything is settled. But then one day something will happen, and then something more will come, and then
Yeah.
you. But the first day, even today, you will feel so much lighter. You will feel so much, flexible to express yourself. Your body will feel flexible. Everything is in our mind. How
I,
stiff we are, our body is that stiff.
I'm already feeling light, but I don't want to work. I already posted that I'm taking day off today. I don't want to today, so I already.
One day that job made you do so much, and today you think that your now experience is done. What is important is me.
No, and that job also, I started doing that with a fear. I did not do that by choice, because when I go to my memories back in the childhood, then because my mom was only handling both of us, and she used to come late. Before our age, we were so independent. Like in the fifth grade, I was making chapatis and everything, taking care of my brother. And so I used to feel at that time, this also came, like at that time I used to say that women should not work, because I मेरे को एज से पहले ग्रो होना पड़ा. सब responsibilities, my friends were not having those responsibilities at that early age, which I had to do as a elder child. So I had that feeling that I don't want to work. No woman should work. I had that feeling so strong. But so when I started job, it was my father already passed away. He was the one who wanted me to see working and always working. He used to say, like, your mom had, till her retirement age, worked, why you will not work? So I started the job only that his soul will be in peace. Only with that intention I started my job. Otherwise, I did not want to do job. That also came now. So so yeah, there is so much. I was sharing this with Shailesh ji. He triggered one question this morning I saw, and that thing now that also revealed that my all original intention was not to work at all.
You'll find your true self soon. You are in discovery now. Every bit you're opening, and you are ready to. You say you are not courageous, but you are.
Yeah.
So Geeta ji
Open
asked
with
me
spirit डालना.
Geeta ji asked me a question separately day
Yeah.
before yesterday, and I did not respond to it. Yesterday she reminded me, what about an answer to my question? And then I answered. And that also I took some time before I answered. The reason for that not answering was that I did not have a good answer. When it came, I just wrote it down, right? So this is the reason. Now you please link the dots. Why did that answer get delayed to you? Because it was waiting for this meditation to be there for you, right?
Yeah.
You had to trigger something in your head and then go through the meditation.
But Shaileshji, like from your answer, like I think the fear mostly with the answer question you asked me, the answer is that the fear is not about separation. Fear is about financial.
Insecurity, right?
Yeah.
So all most of it is that only. 90% of the fears are because of insecurity.
Yeah.
And insecurity is caused by our illusion that we are in control of things.
Mm-hmm.
When you let go of this thought that everything is already there, everything is controlled, I have everything for me, why am I concerned about future? See, this is basically about future.
Yeah.
You are having your energy stuck in future which does not exist.
So शैलेश मेरे को I felt कि मेरे अंदर द्वंद है.
सबके अंदर है, everybody
Like
has.
in the sense, like what I felt today when I went deep, what I felt today. On one hand, like my true feeling were I don't want to do job. Then that fear triggered by my father also made me realize if you will not work, you will suffer in bad situation. So I internally I don't want to work, but I have a fear. What if something goes wrong and I'm not working?
Hmm.
So
But
so
the question is
that
why
is the that
conflict?
is the circle like whole here. That is where I'm circling around. Now
Now,
I connected the dots. Like
right, now you are try and think about the time before you started working.
hmm.
How was everything being looked after? You were not working, right?
Yeah, but my husband was working. He
Forget about everything else.
hmm.
Universe arranged for you to be
Oh,
looked
okay,
after
okay.
in whichever fashion. Sometime it was your mother, for some time it was your father, sometime it was your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Universe arranged for you. And
Mm.
if any one of these does not exist, someone else is going to be there. Trust in the universe. That
Okay.
is what you will manifest. That I am looked after. I am made in the image of God.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Basic concept. Okay.
Always remember,
Higher self is there
when
for that
I
purpose.
created the plan for this life, you are the creator of the plan for this life which you are living.
Mm-hmm.
And when you made the plan, you ensured that you were supported at every difficult time. Look back your experiences of life. Whenever you had the challenging times, you got support.
Yeah.
That's why you
That
are
I
here
did.
today,
Yeah,
right?
that I did. Yeah.
So why will it not be there in future? It is your own plan. You have provided for it.
Oh,
Why
okay.
worry about things? Future does not exist.
Oh my
Understand,
God.
right? Yeah, you have made provisions already. Your life insurance is there.
Oh, you won't imagine Shailesh ji, it's so much relieved. I mean, from my shoulder, so much that burden is gone today. I can't tell you. Oh
We
my
are
God.
we are all looked after. We all, each one of us, irrespective of what we are going through, we must remember that we are able to go through this difficult time because we are supported. Otherwise, we would have collapsed right in the beginning. We won't be here today. Each
Yeah.
one of us, right? Nobody's life is straightforward. Nobody's life is a bed of roses. We all have challenging events in our life. Only the flavors are different.
Yeah.
But challenges are planted in life with gaps. The gap is to recover from the previous challenge, and then the next one, then recover, then the next one, then recover, and keep going. Each time there is a challenge, you are growing up. Every challenge grows you up, right? This is how the whole life pattern is about. So, why worry? You have provided for the support. You will go through. Nothing will prevent that. Because if you don't go through, your learning is incomplete. And why will you plan like that?
Yeah, no, I got so much clarity today, Shailaji.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Like, I can't express my gratitude. I
Yeah.
can't express. You have relieved. I was carrying all of the world's burden on myself as if it's only my responsibility. Like, I was living with that from childhood till now.
So think about it. Now, I will tell you a little joke. Hmm?
Mhm.
There was one guy. He was carrying his his belongings on his head in a box, and he had to board a train, right? And he boarded the train but did not put the box down on the floor. He was still carrying it. Why? Because if I put it down, it will be left behind.
Yeah, exactly my
We
situation.
all are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
that lizard on the ceiling?
Mhm.
It's with all four legs. It thinks it is holding the roof. Otherwise, the roof will collapse.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the scene with all of us. We think we are holding the sky. Otherwise, it will fall. No,
Yeah, truly that is the situation. Yeah.
this is
Thank
this
you to
is
all of you, Shailesh ji, Preeti ji, everyone. Like lots of gratitude deep from my heart. I no, I was no, I think I was not in that state of like to come out with like I have these issues or I'm carrying these. I was not figuring out myself, and I felt like God sent you guys for me for you figure those out. Which like Shailaji, you also keep pointing. Okay, think about this. Think about this. Otherwise, I would never think of those things and just keep living life like I was like unconsciously.
yes.
So yeah, yeah. You guys are truly a blessing. You guys are really
The reason why I push you to think is because I do not know what's in your mind, right? I
yeah.
know only my mind. You have a lot within your inside your mind. I can only point you to dig because when you dig, you will find what actually exists there, right?
No,
And
that
also,
and that is what I wanted, Shailaji. I was
hmm,
not wanting answer from you.
correct.
Because I was not able to thought myself what questions should I ask.
Ah,
So I needed those like what to ask myself, and then I am a very good student. I'm very obedient student. I will just go after it. Like
yes.
so,
So my desire, my true desire, I would call it now, is to enable you.
and
My
you did that
desire is
very well.
not to give you the solution.
Yeah,
My desire is to enable you so that you find your own unique solutions for your own unique situation,
and you
right?
are doing that very well, and that is what we all are expecting. Not the answers but those pointers, what to ask yourself, what to ask yourself in this. If we are getting trapped in that stage uh,
Yes,
situation, then what to ask because our mind is not going in that direction. We are
yes,
just circling around that situation.
correct.
so,
Absolutely.
so thank you so much, thank you all
Thank
so
you
much, masters. Thank you.
for sharing, Geeta ji. I think lots of people have learned a lot from this sharing. Thank you. Yes, masters. Anyone else? Or are all of you have exhausted all your questions? Yes, Asha ji, I will. Yeah, please unmute. Yeah,
Good morning. Good morning to everybody, and thank
good
you
morning.
again for the wonderful session as usual.
Thank you.
I'm Asha. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hmm.
And my only question was, you write the thoughts on one side and you write the correcting thoughts on the other side. So can the correcting thoughts be, what do you call God qualities?
Um, yeah, as long as it directly relates to the obstruction thought, right?
Yeah.
And there
Okay.
could
Like
be one correcting thought that could resolve lot of your negative things. right?
Like let's say failure,
Hmm.
then everything is a success as is.
Um, or you can, instead of success, call it learning.
Okay.
Everything is for learning, right? Without failure, we never learn,
Right.
right? If we pass every exam, your learning is much less. But once you fail an assignment, you get a zero, you will never forget that. You will
Right.
find the right answer and then live with that answer, right? So every failure is a learning opportunity.
Okay.
That's what you need to start trusting. Then failures become your choice, right?
So in present tense, it will be I am learning.
I am learning, yes. And actually, we learning is part of being complete. I am all-knowing intelligence, right? I am all-knowing intelligence already.
Right.
That's the God quality,
Yeah.
right? But failures are a part of your learning experience. Even though you have complete wisdom and knowledge of everything, you are trying to explore what happens if you don't do it that way. That's the part of learning, right? So you include failures in your life.
Okay.
Through that failure, you learn, well, okay, now I know why not, right? That's the part, that's what we are doing. So your thought about balancing the negative thought, I am all-knowing intelligence.
Yeah.
That's finally what it is. So failures and all such things which relate to failures, you will have multiple thoughts related to that. All of them can be answered with just one claim. I am all-knowing
All knowing
intelligence.
intelligence. Right.
Yes.
Because
Right?
that's what another question, another thought was. I don't know anything. And for that,
Right.
I wrote all knowing intelligence, you know.
Perfect. Exactly. Yeah. Right?
The other question was prove myself.
Hmm.
And it came out as you're perfect.
I am perfect. Absolutely. I claim that I am perfect.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect. Very good.
Okay.
Excellent. You got the thing, and I'm happy that you are diligently doing it. You are making use of this opportunity for your own benefit. So it's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, masters. See how beautiful participation we have in this group. Your questions are amazing. Thank you. Yes, Sayuri, unmute.
Hello, Atma Bandhan Masters,
Wonderful.
Atma Bandhan Silas, Pretty Ma'am, and um, um, how are you, everyone?
We can hear you. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to ask, today during meditation, I got like two questions in my mind. Um, so when we were doing the meditation, we there was like a quote saying like we created, like the God created us and everyone, but and then I just want to know, like, if the God created me, did he also or she also created my ego, my anger, or my greed?
Yes, it is part of me.
It is part of me. So that means like when we are trying to clear our greed and our anger, do we also say like thank you to God, saying like because he created it?
Yes, because the purpose of anger,
Mm-hmm.
greed, and such of those attributes. What
Yes.
is the purpose? purpose is to learn what happens in such situations.
Okay.
What do I feel when I go through anger? What do I feel when I go through greed? Right? What do I
Okay.
feel? That is the experience, right? So we try doing these things. How see how beautifully we can understand this. God created us in his own image,
Mm-hmm.
which is all the God qualities that do not include anger or jealousy or greed, any of these things.
Okay.
But whenever we drift away from God qualities, all these things come in,
Oh, okay.
right? So God gave us the free will. He said,
Oh,
fine, I created you this way, but
okay.
now you find your own experiences, define, right? He gave us the
Okay.
free will and we use the free will. Okay, let me drift away and see what happens.
Um,
And through
okay.
that drifting away, I am experiencing, wow, when I am angry, this is what I go through. I feel so much pain inside,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's what we are learning, right? So God gave us the free will also, together with the God qualities. You try otherwise and see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this
Okay.
is the understanding I have about all such things like greed, jealousy. Why? That's why they are called lower frequencies,
Okay.
because they bring pain.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah, I thank you, sir. And also, I also want to ask, because in our chapter, vision chapter, we are going through like saying we are not supposed to tell like I'm ugly or I'm like fat or whatever, right? But I have a habit like I get I get angry or I get annoyed by somebody very quickly, and then I will judge people very quickly. And but then at the same time, in my heart, I will say like, oh, why I'm taking unified class, I'm taking all this meditation class, and then I'm learning from all this master, but then why I'm judging other people. But at the same time I also say like, oh, you are stupid girl Sayuri, why you are judging other people. So at that time, do I say like, oh, you are doing the right thing because you're supposed to say positive thing about yourself, right?
Uh,
So how do I manage that, like how do I say in a positive way that not to judge people and not to scold myself.
right. I will. The first thing that we learned in this book.
Mhm.
That's what the answer is. But first, let me tell you about your current state. You are part of the course, you are learning from the
Yes.
course every day. You are in transition. You have not
Mhm.
yet perfected yourself. So don't expect perfection out of your performance yet.
Okay.
Right? So, first thing where
Okay.
you have to understand this, remember that I am still a student, I'm learning, I will make mistakes.
Okay.
And as a student, mistakes are acceptable because that is my learning opportunity.
Okay.
Second thing, you are able to now recognize this is where I went wrong. Earlier, you never did.
Yes. No.
This is your learning. This is what you have now developed within you, that now you can recognize that this is where I went wrong. Okay? So,
Mhm.
pat yourself on the back. Wow, I can now
Uh,
see where things went wrong.
oh. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, the third thing. Third thing is the first initial learning on this in this book. I am made in the image of God, and so is this other person. We are
Um.
both made in the image of God only. We both have God's qualities. Right now, I have drifted from God's qualities, and so has this person. But originally, we are both the same material. We are all created out of love, right? With that understanding, when you look at a person, interact with a person, you will have nothing else but love. then you won't judge. This is how I basically overcame my judgmental nature through this only. Look at everyone. This person is also made in the image of God. Even though right now this person may be acting this way, but this person is still God, just like me. And the moment you say just like me, you will lose all that differentiation that you create in the mind. He's just like me. I'm also trying out moving away from God's qualities. This person is also trying. We are both experimenting and helping each other learn. Now you will have love for this person. He is actually my buddy, my partner, right?
Yeah.
Where
Thank
were
you.
you when I was in Hong Kong? Where were you, Sayuri?
I was looking after grandma. I really wanted to meet you, actually.
It's okay. There will be one more time.
Yes. I believe you'll be there. We are destined to meet, I know. I'm manifesting that.
Perfect.
And also I
Definitely.
would like to thank you, Master Nehaji, for today's meditation class. It was like really, really good. That's why I got this all the questions.
Very excellent. I'm so happy that you are intently learning from the course. That's the best part.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank
Okay.
you for asking the questions.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone? So Pratibhaji is very happy with my answers. Thank you, Pratibhaji. I hope everyone can apply this in our day-to-day routine interactions with people. We can apply this technique.
And it's also a very it's a process. We don't have to rush to anything, because after all this time also something like that like happens with me. Takes a minute to get there, to feel the God quality in us. So give yourself that minute. Things
Yeah.
will come and mind is trained to react in a certain way.
Yes.
So we have to give ourselves a minute. Okay, what am I doing? And where is my mind taking me? So it happens. So it won't happen instantly. You won't see God instantly in the other person, but in a minute you will see it. So give yourself that minute for sure. Till we reach the place that there is no gap, there's no like lag in seeing anyone as God. Yeah.
That's called the journey, right? We are coming from there, seeing all
Yeah.
the scenery, views, and then going back, reminding. So it's so beautiful. We are all connecting, saying the same thing. The first line I wrote, we have been equally ignorant, right? There are like people have still who are not seeking themselves. They are still doing things in ignorance. And that is only to remove that judgment. How can somebody say something like that? But that's the journey, that until and unless we go to the peak, we don't see that mountain top, right? We don't go there and then we don't see what's all around me. And it's the journey of unfoldment, and this is the most beautiful part every time we go through such experiences. And writing helps us a lot. Like, we have so many thoughts at a time, and then in those thoughts also, the beauty of our higher self is such that you will have beautiful realization.
Yes.
It's what I was trying to say. When because we say we are looked after, who is looking after? Our higher self is looking after. God has made, his creation is done. In his creation we started our journey, and we are still with him. But we are still having these experiences little by little, lifetime after lifetime. But the higher self is always there. How gently somebody wrote this line, I loved it. Reena ji, right? Okay, she left. It is ecstatic to be able to communicate with our higher self. Today, when the meditation got over, I was like soaked into that deep ocean of love. Didn't want to come out of it. So it is that beautiful, and especially when even the darkest time that we could see that light. Wow, nothing like that.
This is what the natural law is, right? We see nature, then we can derive everything out of it. That what am I trying to control here? And like, who are they like thinking about? Everything is taken care of for them, and they're not even in, like, they're in complete surrender. Okay, एक पत्ता गिर गया तो गिर गया, क्या है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So that kind of thing, it doesn't matter, because they know their uh, qualities. I would say they live in that qualities, not know, but they actually thrive in those qualities.
Yes.
I mean, to this far, we have seen this journey with many different, um, eyes or mindset or the knowingness we had. But I mean, when I come here and, after realizing so much about qualities and seeing it in ourselves, in others also, and even not seeing it, it makes it really, every bit, it is like it's a gift. You are rewarded. When you do this, you feel reward immediately. Like I said, seeing a heart shape of water droplets or the texture that is there in the always there, but at one point of time it will appear as if it is talking to you. So it is so much rewarding every time. We are thinking that okay, we are going through so much or we are doing so much, but in one moment universe makes it, I'm seeing you, I recognize it. And then it makes us feel so much love and so much more we can do. That enthusiasm is continuous, and there's no doubt that am I going the right way, or am I, trapping myself? Am I going through some kind of illusion? There's no question, because everything is in response through universe, experiential and gradual. The same life is so beautiful. When we start looking under the carpet also, it is not so fearful.
I think all the masters are very clear about their self-acceptance. So if anybody wants to share or share their thoughts about it, or want to clarify anything, this is the right time, because we'll be practicing this for one more day, and the rest of the week you have to practice it on your own. So
Any
if there's
question,
any,
what
yeah.
is self-acceptance, or am I understanding it correct on that front? Because Geeta ji shared a lot, and then we can see what all the points we need to see when we are talking about accepting the self as it is.
And in the coming weeks, we are going to apply this knowledge to specific aspects of our life, various aspects of our lives, right? In Babaji, how you have seen now, he has built this level block by block. And this happens to be one more block in the further expansion of ourselves, right? So we are going to apply this learning into specific manifestations as well, right? So this is beginning of manifestations. This one also we will, I'm not going to declare that now, because right now focus on this one, but at some point we will look at a very different aspect of self-acceptance, right? In chapter somewhere in the third part, right? That's the kind of thing we have to, self-acceptance is a very big thing. So although we are learning the technique of manifestation as the primary goal, but we are reaping the benefit through self-acceptance, the biggest thing that we can ever do, the highest thought, Babaji says, self-acceptance, right? So please practice this as much as you can, because this will bring you uh, the real nectar from this course. All right, let's hear Rajni ji. Yeah.
Atmandan Master.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one question, Shailesh.
Hmm.
What is the difference between self-acceptance and need to recognition? What is
Need
there any need to recognize?
Need for recognition.
Yes.
Is it
Need
what
for
you're saying?
recognition. Yes. Need for
Self Yeah.
recognition and self-acceptance. What is
Okay.
is it a correlation between two of these?
They are just opposite to each other. Just opposite to each other. Need for recognition comes from outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have been taught from our childhood. Be
Mm-hmm.
good, look good,
Mm-hmm.
do well. Why? Because they developed the need for recognition from outside. Without that need for recognition, I would do nothing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We become status oriented. But self acceptance is just the reverse. Now you are going inside. Now you are accepting yourself as you are. Forget about anybody else recognizing you. You recognize yourself.
And
So that need will not be there anymore. You are
mhm.
eliminating the need for recognition by recognizing yourself, accepting yourself as you are.
It means um, suppose the poet write a poetry and the painter make a painting. It is for his or her own pleasure. If it is or self love a part of, or if he or she shows it to others or reveal it to others, uh, is it mean that he or she want to recognize his or her art from others, or she or he want to share it with others? What he or she created with the God's abilities.
Anything that someone tries with others is part of the ego. Whenever we have expectations from others,
Mm-hmm.
we are trying to draw their attention towards us. We are
Mm-hmm.
trying to, we expect something from them. That's why we are drawing their attention through whatever we are doing. I'm not sure if I understood your question correctly. But what I understand is somebody is attracting attention from others. Is that something to do with our God qualities or not, right? Was that your question?
Yeah, yeah. I'm asking directly. During meditation, I got some words and I write it in the form of a poem, and I shared it with you. When I shared it with you, how I will recognize that and I shared it with you for self-recognition, or
Yes.
I
Yes.
yeah
That's what it
yes.
is. You are expecting someone else to resonate with you,
Mm-hmm.
someone else to appreciate what you are doing, what you have, right? Or someone else to validate your thoughts,
Okay.
right? You are looking for your own need from outside,
Okay.
right? That's, once again, it's basically looking for recognition. And that comes from your inner doubts on yourself. Am I right? Is this good enough? Was this something profound that I got? This is all your inner questions, right? That are asking you to, well, okay, let me check with this guy. Let me share it with
Or
someone
or
whose response will tell me.
if I shared it with just I have a beautiful I have a beautiful mm, art or something, and I just out of love I want to share it with. I have a beautiful creation. Uh, uh,
Hmm.
that is my purpose. I'm not actually what other things means. It is not my purpose of sharing with others.
If that's not the case, then you share it and forget it.
Okay, means my perception for myself, for my
Yeah.
sharing, it matters that what I'm thinking about myself and my each and every sharing or each and every act of doing, which uh, behind the purpose, what is the purpose behind that action? Is it
When you don't have any expectation of a response on what you are sharing, then simply share and forget about it, right? Like many people forward things on WhatsApp and then forget what they have
yeah?
forwarded. They don't even know what they are forwarding. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one way of sharing. But the other way of sharing is, okay, I I got something, I want to validate it now. How good or bad this is.
Okay, means
Then I share with someone.
if
That's the kind of thing, right? That's a different sharing.
okay, means if I am sharing with uh, um, that I wrote some beautiful words and just I want to share it with my friends and my family.
Hmm.
And my intention is not that they accept these words or they make their views and they give me a review. And I'm not, I just share. Is it, um, mm,
If there is no intention or any purpose of sharing, you would not even share. There is definitely something behind. Otherwise, you will simply enjoy that beauty. Whatever beauty you have received, you will simply enjoy it. But when there
okay.
is an urge to put it out to the world, then there is a
And,
purpose. Definitely, there is a purpose.
and why all masters say that is then write. If I have some words and I'm not writing those, and if those come for me, and the others will come, and then what is the purpose of writing?
The purpose of writing, there are many things actually. Purpose of writing, there are multiple things. One is you could keep a record of your thoughts. One purpose is that, purpose of writing.
For example, Roger got some information by channeling from Mahavatar Babaji, and he got this in the form of unified,
Hmm. Yes.
and it is shared because he shared this all the information with all of us. That is why we all are able to sit in this course.
That's that was not anticipated by Roger at all.
No,
Roger,
actually,
right? What is happening is something different. Roger channeled and created a book, right? Not out of his own choice. He followed the instruction received during channeling honestly.
yeah,
It
he
became a
received.
book. It became a book.
He received.
He did not have
He,
a purpose. Roger did not have a purpose. His book
yes,
remained hidden for several years.
for several years means, but he collected all that data and he make it in the form of book. No doubt, Van Gogh, Van Gogh's paintings, even he
lead his whole life in misery. When we read the biography of Von Gogh, nobody recognizes her, but today billions of dollars people are spending to bought his art, piece of art. But it was not his. He was making from his heart. Von Gogh,
Correct. Right.
yes. If
So
I
he
am,
was making it for his own enjoyment
yes,
and
yes,
kept
yes,
it. He did not give it to people. He just made it.
understand.
Right?
Okay.
He just made it. That's it. And so did Roger. He created. He got the inspiration to make it a book because he received the information in the form of a book, chapter by chapter. He created the.
Mm,
But his intention was not to make it a bestseller or anything. He simply got it published because it was supposed to be a book. Somebody needs to publish it. So he got it published
mhm,
and then it went underground,
mhm, mhm,
right? And after almost 28 years of its publication, we picked up, someone in PSSM picked it up.
mhm.
And then all of a sudden, such of those people who have nothing to do with the Roger have suddenly got onto the bandwagon. Well, okay, this is a beautiful course. That awareness in people brought them to that book. Now, Roger never thought that such a big bunch of Indians are going to become fans of this book. He would never have thought,
Yeah,
right?
this is
He did not create
because
it with that intention.
yes, because he created it because he got a very beautiful, insightful information, and he collected it in the form of a book. And
Hmm.
uh,
And
and
that's
how means if I have a poem during meditation
hmm.
and I write it,
Hmm.
what I do with that, it means uh, if I share it with others, it means I am looking for recognition, or uh, mm, maybe I'm confused.
the
It's the intent. I think the intent
hmm.
that we put while sharing is important. It's okay to share. It's okay. That's why we are here sharing experiences. It's okay to share the intent
That
of sharing. Yeah, that as
because
long as you are clear about the intent and it
because
will
I
make you
start
feel
I was not a such person. I was not sharing things, and but in PSSM, when I started listening in Patrick's way of the he said that sharing and write books. Even he said each and every master should write a book, and I was not. The public speaker means how frequently I speak with mm, all of you guys. Uh, it was not my personal previous personality, but after meditation means it's very comfortable. I feel comfortable. Even I am comfortable to open my camera, on my camera, and, yeah, mm, uh, because I love to do it. Whatever I do, I love to do it. I do it because I love to do it. I'm cooking meal because I love to cook.
Yes,
And yes,
that's the right thing to do. That's what you do what you love to do. Perfect, right? Now, whether somebody appreciates your cooking or not, that's not your problem.
yes,
Correct?
yes, because
That's
I
it.
enjoy. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Awesome.
it.
That's it.
Uh,
Your purpose is served. You loved to do it. You did it. Done. Purpose is served.
thank you,
and we
really.
all have the that need to be seen by somebody, to be recognized by somebody.
Actually,
That
actually,
there is a need.
actually, I served very gracefully for 30 years with my creations. Means I'm really a blessed person. I ran a boutique, my own boutique, and I was dealing with feminine clothing and without any type of advertisement, any type of people recognized my art and they was in love because I was not in only love. I was used to say that मैं इश्क करती हूँ अपने काम से मतलब जो भी करते हैं मतलब it's my from my heart because each and every when I start on my cutting table I was used to say now you are going to create my I was talking like this way that um, you are the karta, you are the karan, and you are with me, and you for whom I am going to create this dress, you created it. You created that person, and now you are going to create a very beautiful dress for her. And I got people were surprised that Rajni. It was almost 100% that they it's perfectly whatever they want and it is happening from me and now I am recognizing actually I am recognizing that what it was happening because I am really blessed
Good.
because I love to serve from my heart. My first purpose was not to it was not only the source of income, it was I was doing out of love.
Very good.
And I'm here because I love to be with myself.
That's what we want to do.
Yeah, and that's why even Shalisha, from last 7 to 8 years, I was praying that the people I'm living around, I want to change because I was in understanding that change your energy. If you want to, means I was praying that and feelings are prayer. I was understanding and then it all answered in the form of unified, in the form of PA system meditation journey I started and because my only desire was to I love to be with myself. I want to kiss myself. I want to hug myself and I want to spend quality time with myself. And 6 to 7 years back and it is really it's all answered by universe in the form of you all people and it's my soul family even my PSSM Chandigarh group unified I was doing unified with I'm doing even we are on 19th chapter but there was a lack of clarity some things was I was missing means if I have a question there was and one day your unified and I messaged Preeti ji that is it you Preeti ji in this and she said that and she joined me in this group and universe is answering on each and every moment and I am receiving these answers and it is really a beautiful journey and thank you for each and everything thank you
Rajni ji.
and getting you all people in as my soul family it's really a bliss even Geeta ji's each and every experience and your answer Saleshi about the financial securities And this is what I did, leaving behind a legacy of you created in 30 years. And I left because I really do not want to do anything. I do not want to please anybody. I just want to be with myself. I just want to be with me. I want to make myself happy first.
Mm.
And I choose to come here to my daughter, and thank you. Thank you. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajni. Thank you, Masters. So I will now bring the session to a close. Please be ready for our third session tomorrow. Any more questions, please bring up the questions. And then beyond that, you will continue the practice. This, as you would have understood, is a very important chapter. Please devote some time to it. Go into the, when you read the chapter, every part of the formula is explained there in the chapter. Spend some time with each part, go into the depth, and you will actually dig out your own wisdom. You will find it from your own wisdom, the deeper meaning of every part of that formula. And then you will become a natural manifester yourself. Okay? All right. So thank you for participation, and thank you for all your questions and experience sharings. And thank you, Nehaji, for bringing so much joy into the meditation. Thank you.
Thank you.